Okay, I think I'm recording. Sorry, my QuickTime was acting funny. Here I am where I left off with these three cards. What I want to do is I want this red card to lift off the table and take up the whole screen and then lay back down. Actually, I'm going to skip that. I want to do it with the yellow card because in order for the yellow card to come out from behind the red card, we need to do a little trick. So, and the yellow card, since red is on top. So here's red. What I want to do is, rotation's already open. If you don't have rotation open, hit R for rotation, and then P for position. Whoops, you gotta hold Shift. R for rotation, Shift, P for position, Shift, S for scale. You want position, rotation, and scale all open. And at 0 seconds, turn them all on. Boom, boom, boom. So we've got keyframes at 0 that say this card is at this position, at this angle, at this size, at 0, right? Now, why does it say 2M? Is it really 2 minutes? Let me look at my composition settings and see what's going on there. I don't know, duration. 6:45. Why is that set like that? Frames. The M's has me messed up. I don't understand why it says M. I don't think that's minutes. 1 minute. Yeah, maybe it is. Okay, hold on. Composition, settings. 6:45. Is that these last two should be frames. That should be minutes. I'm sorry, that should be seconds, and that should be minutes. So let's get rid of that 6 minutes. I'm trying to remember why that would be like that. What did I do that was 6 minutes long? Something. And I only want to make this, I don't know, 30 seconds, okay? So if your comp is ever whacked out, just come here and change it. And then we're talking about tabletop comp is 30 seconds, okay. There we go. Now it's S for seconds, okay. I'm running into all kinds of interesting things for you guys. All right, so what I want to do is I have these keyframes at 0. So at about 1 second, right about there, I'm going to scale the card up, rotate it so that it goes like that, and scale it some more so that it takes up the screen, and then I'll grab it and move its position. So you can see that as I'm changing the scale, position, and rotate, it made 3 new keyframes here. Okay, and so what it's going to do is it's going to go from 0, sitting on the table, up to the new scale, rotate, and position. So it's going to do that. So it's going to come up, and then it's going to stay there for a second. I'll make keyframes for all 3 of these things. Boom, boom, click in the diamonds. So this new set of keyframes is just telling it to stay where it is. So this is like down on the table, up in your face, up at the lens, and then these 3 are the same, so it says stay up at the lens. Now when it passes these 3, if I come back here and copy this keyframe, if I click on this one and make it blue and go copy and paste, it'll paste there. Click on this one and go copy and paste, it'll paste there. Copy. Click on this one to select and go copy and paste, it'll paste there. So what it does is it goes like this. Starts on the table, position, rotate, scale up, stays up, and then goes back down. Right? Now, this red card is just like an envelope. It's like an aquarium with just one red piece of construction paper in it. If I put something on top of this red solid, like, oh, I don't know, a video, it will be in there and it will be playing. So what the Carnival thing did is it had a video, it had all kinds of things, it had many, many layers in each card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something in this comp, in the red card, and I'm going to freeze it so that it looks like a still. So I'll put a video in there and I'll freeze it, and then I'll unlock the freeze on it when it gets to be here. So it'll be still photo, still photo, still photo up until right here. Right when it hits full screen, it'll play, and then when it goes back down, it'll freeze and become an image. Right? So in order to do that in red card, I'll put any video. So I'll go get a video file, import. I'll grab something from our tutorials. File, import, file. where do I have a video? I have screenshots, where do I have video? St. Mike's, car demo move. I know, I'll look up skeleton, S-K-E-L-E. I'll look up .mov and find something. I need to look in all my files, Something with a bunch of movement in it. Where's my skeleton export? Damn it. You'd think I'd have something ready for you. What is this? I have some chattering teeth. Let's see what this looks like. Perfect. Look at this. All right, what fun. Perfect. So what I'm going to do, and it's red too, so I can take this image 3627, I'll put it on top of the red solid, and I'm going to scale it down so that you can see it's kind of like sitting, it'll be framed by the red. Now look at this. When I go to tabletop, there it is, right? Now it's going to be playing right now the whole time. And what I want it to do is I want to freeze it so that it's not playing. So I'm going to slide this magnifying slider on my timeline. I'm going to stretch this out so that I can see a little bit more of this. The chattering teeth thing is very short. So what I want to do is I want to get to the place where it's moving, which is right there. And can I mark it if I put an M on my keyboard? No, it doesn't do it. Well, I'm just going to eyeball it. This, actually, I can peel the front of this forward, and then slide this whole piece back so that the chattering starts right away, okay? Because I want the motion to be happening right away. And then here at the beginning, this video clip, I'm going to go to Layer, Time, and say Enable Time Remapping. When I enable time remapping, what that does is it makes a new transform property called Time Remap that lets me keyframe time. So I can freeze things, make things go fast, make things go slow. And when you turn on time remapping, what it does is it enables time remapping, and it puts a keyframe at the beginning of the clip and at the end. See? So there is a keyframe at the beginning. I just can't see it because I slid this off screen. So what I've got here is it hasn't done anything yet. It just lets me keyframe time. So right here at the beginning, I'm going to add a keyframe at 0, and then with that keyframe selected, I'm going to go to Animation and say Toggle Hold Keyframe. What Toggle Hold Keyframe does is it turns that keyframe into a square-edged keyframe that says, hold this value, don't interpolate, don't do anything until you hit another keyframe. So it basically freezes it. It says stay right at this moment in time. So at 128, it's just going to stay at whoops, I just accidentally moved it, got rid of it. It's just going to stay at 128 until I tell it to do otherwise. So what I'll do is, on tabletop, I'm going to look at the time code. See, now it's frozen. It's just going to stay there. I'm going to look at figure out where it is in time that it takes up the whole screen, which is right here. So now that I'm dragged forward in the timeline, I think if I go back to red card, I'm at that point in time. So what I can do is make a keyframe there. That's going to be another hold keyframe. See how it's square? If I control click on that square keyframe, the second one, and say toggle hold keyframe, it'll turn off the hold and make it a regular keyframe, which releases the hold. So the first one says hold on, stay there. The second one, when it hits, it says okay, let go. And it will interpolate from here to here. Watch what that looks like on the tabletop. Back here, if I hit play, the card comes up. When it hits the top, it chatters, and now it's going to chatter all the way back down. Why is it playing in slow motion? Because After Effects doesn't play it back in real time until it renders. So it's not playing in real time. If I pull my work area shorter, and this green line tells you whether it's rendered. So now when I play it, it'll probably play in real time. See how it gets slow at the end? The second time it'll play in real time. Now if I want it to freeze at the end, what I can do is go right here at this point in time, this third keyframe, whatever that is, it's like 3 seconds. If I go back to red card, see it's still at 3 seconds. I can put another keyframe there. There it is, right? And make it a hold keyframe. As long as it's selected blue, I go to animation and say toggle hold keyframe, and it'll freeze again. So watch. It goes freeze until I hit that, run, and then freeze, and stay frozen. What does that look like on tabletop? It looks like this. Comes up, lets go, freezes. All right, so that's the second part. The first part was setting up the comps. Second part was animating the card and adding video and doing a time remap with hold keyframes. Okay, so you just learned a couple things that are widely useful. You'll see as we go on. We're going to use hold keyframe later. We're going to do nesting comps, putting things inside of things. That's how you build things. All right, I'm going to do one or two more. Let me stop this one and upload it.